All right, what's going on? It is December 29th, 2024, 7:20 p.m. And I'm going to try to make this one short and sweet, but always am not doing that when I say that. But anyway, so yesterday, 2 days ago, I screwed up on the first blade cycle of mine. Had to restart, so I did it yesterday. So yesterday, for the fifth time was day one. And then today I woke up and realized that for the role play part, that's my oath. I do a role play with a real person or ChatGPT. I write 2 things I need to get better at, 1 thing I did well on, edit the script in some way, and then reflect on past days, whatever. That's what it is. And I just timed myself. It took me 20 minutes, 39 seconds. And I realized that I didn't even write about it, which is part of the Blade. That's what I wrote. That's the rules I have to follow. Even though I did the role play, even though I did all that shit, I didn't do exactly what I said I would do. So therefore it's a fail and I got to restart. So because that was yesterday, today is now day 1, which I thought would be day 2, but today's day 1. So now it's my 6th attempt at this shit. And oh my Lord, it sucks. But it is makes you feel better knowing that I guess I have enough integrity to own up to the shit and keep it real, because a couple of days ago I woke up, I think I shared this on the show, but I woke up and it was 5:01 and I thought, no, it was only 1 second. There was only 1 minute. I'm fine. I'll be all right. And then it just got to me. I'm like, I can't just continue the program and knowing that there is that one day where it was 5:01. I just can't do that because I wouldn't be completing the Blade. I wouldn't be living up to the standard that I'm trying to live by and set and hold true to. So can't do that. So anyway, today's day 1. And so I just finished a role play with ChatGPT with Gabriel Pete Thomas, and that's where we're at. So yeah. Now, as far as today goes, I spent a lot of time in my calendar just getting every single thing in there and not really worrying about where things are, but more so just getting everything in there. And I had this little, I guess, realization of trying to figure out what to put where in the calendar and how much time I need to focus on what things. Because I was sitting there and I was thinking, I'm like, what will get me what will allow me to make the most income right now? What things do I need to focus on? Because I feel like with the program, I feel like I'm at a place now where I'm confident in the program and how it's laid out and everything that comes with it. So the only way to get real in-depth feedback is to get more people in the program and see what they think, because I've had really good feedback of the program, how it's laid out, how easy it is to follow, all that stuff. So to get better at that, I need more people in to get me more feedback. And because I do this thing where I'll schedule all this shit that I need to do. And I'm like, okay, this is great. I have all these things done. I made this program better, but I'm not getting more people in. And that's the goal. I need to get more people in. So I don't know what it was, but I just had this realization of, I need to be talking to people all the time. And so what I did was I scheduled 6 slots in every single day, except Sundays, to message. So for example, this is what I do. So I'm going to say at 5 a.m. or 4:30, whatever, start 10 new conversations, follow 10 new people, and then do a sweep of all my DMs and respond to as many people as I can in that little time frame. And then I'm going to rinse and repeat 6 times throughout the day. So roughly speaking, we have 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and then 7 o'clock. Those are all rough times. But that would allow me to message 60 new people, respond to all the DMs, have 6 opportunities to do so. Also following 60 people, and then keeping the total amount of actions on Instagram below the threshold, which I don't even know what it is, but I'm not trying to get shadow banned or any kind of muted or reported for spam or whatever. But because I pay for the meta verification, there is a lot of enhanced security enhanced support and all that stuff. So I'm not really worried about that. I feel like if anything were to happen, I could just contact support and be like, yo, what the hell's going on? So, but yeah, I just had this moment where I was like, yeah, I need to talk to people. And that's one thing I'm just not doing right now. So if I were to just focus on that so ruthlessly, I'm sure that would be the best thing that I could do. So that's what I did. I scheduled it all in on my calendar, and then I scheduled everything around it, because I was looking at all the times during the day where I'm off or whatever, and I'm like, I just have all this time, but I'm not doing anything with it that I should be. And then that makes me feel kind of like shit. So I'm like, yeah, I just need to focus on messaging people. And that kind of got me thinking about let's see, I don't even know what episode it is. Let's find it real quick. It was very recent. I'm an operations guy, whatever one that one is. 434. So I was like, how can I make this some kind of game or some kind of thing where I'm striving to be the best? Because I think when things become a competition, I look forward to it more. So if in this mastermind that I'm in, people are like, oh, I messaged 20 people today. I messaged 35 people today. And whatever, because it seems like that's the number one question that the main coaches will ask us when someone's struggling. So I'm struggling with this, blah, blah, blah. And then the other person will say, oh, how many DMs are you sending per day? That seems like that's just the number one question. So if I can get to a point where I'm like, oh, I'm sending 420 per week, then for me right now to start to be able to manage that and maintain it, because it's 10 every 1 or 2 hours, which I timed myself today. I sent 21 in about a half hour. So giving myself a half hour to do all of these, I can definitely do 10. But I'm just going to start there rather than trying to be like, I'm going to do 100 every day, which is the goal. I'm just going to start here, and then we'll just baby step it up. So it's always better than nothing. So that's what I'm going to do. So if I can report back to the group and be like, yeah, man, I sent 5 bajillion DMs. I messaged 5 quadrillion people. I followed 5 quintillion accounts, and I made 85,000 posts. I would just feel so much better knowing that I am putting in the work. And if the results aren't there, I can actually get some feedback on this shit. And then not to mention, if I'm messaging these many people a day, then I have so many different opportunities to engage in conversation and book a call and all that shit. So just a volume game. So I think it was Mr. Hermosi that said volume negates luck. If you just brute force just such high amounts of shit, that success will be inevitable because it's just a numbers game. And then he gave the example of swiping when you're trying to find a date. You know, you just keep swiping, and eventually you'll find someone. And therefore, it's just like they've always been out there. You just had to swipe 20,000 times to get there. There might have even been Layla Hermosi that talked about that. I can't remember. But anyway, I just wrote everything down on a sticky note that needed to be put in the calendar. And so that's what I did. And now my calendar looks jam-packed, but there's also a lot of time for me to, I think I have more than enough time to do all my stuff. Not to mention I have every other Friday off, and I don't really know what to schedule into that. So, and then on Saturdays, I just have so much time there to do stuff. So there's just no lack of time for me. It's just priorities as far as what to work on when do I need to get it done, etc. So that's kind of where I'm at. There's a little update. I'm going to go to bed now, so I'm just going to leave it there. So, yeah, that's the show. It's 4:37. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.